And are you refreshed? Good. Now what? Standing on your chair does not help. Stand up? Yes.
Lovely to be here again. Look, you're flipping through the cards, got my question formulated today. I have had struggle with the idea of saving for retirement. And we live in a culture that people used to have pension plans, and now we have our own retirement plans where we save for our future. And I'm wavering between spending the excess money I have on more Abraham cruises. Good plan. And
She's a lot trickier than she looks.
and saving for retirement. And the money that I've put away for retirement, trying to save up for my future.
Well, what you're really talking about is outside the vortex investment or inside the vortex investment.
Oh, yes.
That's really what you're talking about. So figure it out from there.
That pretty much answers that.
Because when you're saving for retirement, in other words, you used a lot of words that were really keen indicators, like struggle and concern, and so the most important thing to realize is that any action that's offered in that efforting outside the vortex, trying to prevent something that I don't want from happening, doesn't work very well. In other words, there are a lot of people who have been down that road, who have been struggling and saving for retirement, that today will tell you it was all for nothing, that their retirement is not now there.
I have
and
that
so
situation.
And we are certainly not suggesting that you frivolously spend, or that you spend beyond your means, or that you spend beyond your comfort. In other words, everything that we are offering is about getting into the vortex and then. In fact, that is the most important mantra that we could ever offer to anyone. Get into the vortex and then. Get into the vortex and then. Don't even make a decision about spending money on anything unless you know that you're in the vortex as you're making the decision. Sometimes people say, well, Abraham, shouldn't I buy this insurance? And if insurance is about protecting me from something unwanted, then isn't that inappropriate? And we say it's not. The action in and of itself is really more irrelevant than you'll ever know. It's an action that boosts your feeling of well-being is a good action. An action that makes you feel more uncomfortable is not a good action. So let's say that retirement is important to you. You know that it's coming. You want to have a comfortable life always. And you like the idea of being comfortable now and being comfortable then. So in a soft rhythm of expecting things to go well for yourself, you are setting some things aside. And because you feel good and you are in the vortex, the inspiration that comes to you about what to do with it also is well placed. In other words, you find yourself making decisions that are long lasting and that do pay off for you and that do give you the comfort that you want. The thing that we know about this vortex that your question highlights, as well as any question ever has, is the difference between taking the action for the sake of a manifestation that will please me. In other words, I'll put the money in such and such a place so that I will have that manifested nest egg that I will be able to utilize later on. That's a sort of manifestational approach to it. As compared to, I I love the feeling of setting dollars aside because it amplifies my sense of abundance. It amplifies my sense of well-being. It amplifies my knowledge that all that I'm wanting will flow to me, that it's in and out, in and out. And so I do it for the ease, for the feeling of ease, not for the preparation for something that I'm trying to prevent from happening. And so not just saving for retirement, but literally every action that you are offering in any day, we would like it to be for the way it feels now as you are doing it. Protective guarded action is never in the vortex. Never, ever, 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 ever. So our clear words to you are, yes, absolutely, save for your retirement, but do it from inside the vortex. And as you begin thinking of it that way, what happens is more comes in, more to spend and more to save. It's not either or. It's not, Abraham, should I deprive myself of pleasure now in order to save, to prevent myself from having a miserable future? And we say, it's outside the vortex. There's no good will ever come from that approach, you see. So, but on the other hand, we are also not encouraging someone to stretch. There are plenty of people who stretch for things for instant gratification, whether it's a cruise, or often it is, or a car or some material object. And when you stretch beyond your comfort, it never is a good idea. Because the discomfort means you're not in alignment. And when you're not in alignment, you're not in the vortex. And when you're not in the vortex, you don't have access to the thoughts and the ideas and the timing and the co-creation that you have access to when you are in. If we were investing in our physical future and we were standing in your physical shoes, we would not be factoring money into the equation. We'd be factoring time in the vortex into the equation, because this is the energy that creates worlds. This is law of attraction, assembling the cooperative components to assist you in all things wanted. And money is a very minuscule part of all of that. Certainly it is a part of it, but this cooperative universe that is available to you is far bigger than that. Helpful?
Very helpful. Thank you.
Wait.